Hello friends, welcome back to our channel. We are out in the forest again, going to do a little bit of walking around, just looking. We are in the Francis Marion Hellhole Hunt Unit. We are at what was at one point in time, 1700, 1800s, probably the east side of the Fishbrook Plantation. So we're going to be looking around, see if we see any remnants, remains. On the east side, we had found the old, what we think was the old plantation house. We're going to see if we can find anything else that's associated with it. And where we're starting off is on a part of the Palmetto Trail. And what you see here is a bridge that me and my family had built back in the 90s, probably somewhere between 95 and 97. I can't remember exactly when. Did it one Thanksgiving. My dad had coordinated with the Forest Service to get the materials, and we took it on as a family project and built this bridge. So that's our little part of the Palmetto Trail.
And it's still solid.
And it's still solid. It's not as good as it once was, but it's still good.
Well, it's still great.
So we're gonna take a walk out in here, and we'll see what we see. If we find something, we will let you know. We followed kind of parallel to the Palmetto Trail, and now we've kind of run back into it. And what you're looking at is a straight tramway this way, straight back the other direction. What that used to be, as far as I know, it was like a tramway back when they were doing a lot of the timber back in the late 1800s, early 1900s. They built like railways so that they could haul the timber out. And if you saw in one of our previous videos, we were pointing one out. And this is actually the same tramway. It's just farther south from where we were at that particular time. So got a few of these throughout the forest. Some are pretty noteworthy. They stand out. Some don't stand out quite as much. So we'll hadn't found anything too significant so far, so we'll keep looking. Well, we found some kind of marker. We found one similar when we were over near the Windsor Plantation. Just basically just a concrete marker. Possibly could be the old corner of the Windsor property. I would not think that it would have that distinctive a marker, but I could be wrong. I'm not sure what else it would be out here in the middle of the national forest. But that's our next find. We'll keep looking.
Just like a mound of dirt.
Hopefully you can see what I'm looking at here. So ditch running along this area. What we've kind of run into is finally starting to run into where some of the old rice fields started. You got the ditch bank that runs this way, kind of, let's call it east to west, and then here there's another bank running kind of north and south, and then down that way probably 50 yards is another bank running kind of north and south, perpendicular to the main bank. And I believe I see in the distance another one down here. So that's kind of consistent with what we've seen with the different rice field areas. So at least we know we're now in the right vicinity of where they were actually doing some plantation work. Some of the other areas, I mean, it may very well at one point have been some type of fields at some point, but there was no remnants. Didn't see anything in the forest indicating any old rows or anything like that, like we've seen at some of the other places. do kind of see this area, and I'm not sure if it's just a couple of old trees that had pushed up, or whether maybe the remnants of an old well. But got that section here, you got a pretty good dip. We have found some old wells in some of the other areas that we found, but also in this general area that we're at, back before Hugo, you had some of the biggest timber, biggest trees in the local area. So we had big pines, big hardwoods. I see a big beech right here. The beeches seem to have survived things better than the oaks and hickories and all the other things. So still plenty of those around. But at least we haven't found any remnants of structures, but at least we find remnants of the old rice field. So we're going to continue to look, see what we can find.
Looks like rows right here. See how the sun's hitting it? Can you see the different rows?
Got this. And she sees what looks like rows here, and I see it.
Different humps.
You kind of look.
You want me to go stand on each one of them?
Yeah, sure. That would be good. Highlights them a little better. But really, from where this bank starts, you can see.
Here's a small one. Well, there's one right there.
You can see rows.
This one. This one. This one.
Yeah, and they just continue. So.
Like every jump.
Definitely in the farming area. So.
Looks like another bank over here.
Yeah. Let's walk, see what we see with this next bank.
Yeah.
Looks bigger than these, so. I can still see rows as I walk through here. It's amazing that all this stuff just stays around years and years and decades and maybe even a couple hundred years since any activity, but it still remains.
A little bit of a bank right here.
Yeah.
That goes there, but it's not as big as this one over here.
Okay. I know we're should be not terribly far from the creek. Yeah, it's a big bank. Not sure exactly what we have going on here. Nice sized bank.
Is that a tent?
Looks like a blind. I see it look like a hunting blind up here.
Hope nobody's in it. Hope nobody's in it.
Yeah, hope nobody's in it. But yeah, that you see there, that appears to be a hunting blind. I don't want to disturb that too much. I do see water.
Is that a big
here.
hill back further? Way back there?
That we might be approaching the road now, so that might be what you're seeing.
Oh.
So. We have various locations wandering in the forest. We see blinds. I've seen 2 or 3 of those. I've seen multiple tree stands, climbing stands. This is what we always used to call an old trunk. But basically this looks like the area where they would dam off the main creek, or part of the main creek. And wow, didn't know this was here. But that's pretty cool. All right, from where we were at down here, that's where the other bank was. Where I said was that trunk. You can tell it's a straight line coming through here, and it runs into the main creek in this area. Main Creek going back that way, and then got the big bank right here, and the Main Creek heading kind of to the northeast, I guess. What in this general area, what I've seen is there's been a lot of man-made manipulation to the creeks. I mean, you can tell by how straight this is, how straight that is, that at some point somebody dug out the Main Creek, used for transport, used for possibly irrigation. I'm not sure which, could be both, but there has been a lot of digging. Now, whether it was a shovel or way back in colonial times, or whether it was with some type of dredging equipment back in later times, or in 1900s or somewhere in there. Not sure, but anyway, this is still part of what we're looking at, and we're gonna continue to look around. I'm not sure how much farther we can go this way. I do see another bank in the distance there. I might walk up to see what I can find there. All right. Well, the hill that I was pointing out is here, and again, it's more of that man-made manipulation. Main Creek is here. They turned this corner and went straight kind of southeasterly now, heading that way. Not sure exactly the reasons why they did some of this stuff, but again, took a lot of effort to change the flow of the creek. Lots of effort. Well, we've found a curiosity, if nothing else. I'm not sure exactly how else to describe it. It's a mound here, but it's got like what appears to be limestone. Not sure exactly what that little circle is from, whether that's natural or something else. Some other pieces here. It's on a mound, but more pieces here at the bottom of the mound. It's not bricks. I mean, we're nowhere really all that close to one of the forest roads. Yellow Jacket's not too far from here, but I can't imagine that they'd have dumped some excess limestone out here for any reason. But
yeah, some there and some over here.
Some on this bank as well. But usually when we see these banks, it's where trees have pushed up. But again, there's another one of those little circles.
Huh.
It's a similar piece.
Yeah.
But
there's like one around. Oh, it's just the way it kind of formed, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know. This, again,
things that make you go,
I'll call it a curiosity. I don't even know why it would be here. Because I said it was some in this bank as well.
Yep.
So, I don't know. We'll keep looking. Well, folks, we have made it to Rock Hole, which is part of the Turkey Creek. It's near 41, Highway 41. For us, this was always one of the deepest areas of any of the creeks in our area. You come here, catch fish, catch some pretty big, like redbreast and smallmouth and flyers and the redfin pikes. But this is where that was. This is again part of the headwaters of the East Branch of the Cooper River. This Turkey Creek feeds into Hugie Creek, and so that's where we are now. This is on that tramway that I showed you earlier. It runs right across this Rocco area. I don't know how well you can see it, but over here on the opposite bank, up on the tramway, small little outbuilding.
Yeah.
What?
Got a fence around it.
I'm not sure exactly what they used it for. I think it was some type of measuring station at one point in time for the water system. They had a couple of those around. Not sure any of them are still used. Obviously, that one is not being used. But I think that's the purpose. Anyway, I think we're gonna close out now. Unfortunately, we didn't really find a whole lot of substance.
No, but it was a nice walk.
It was a beautiful walk. Got my steps in. That's good. We did find where the rice fields start.
Yeah.
For this section, doesn't look like they did any off of the main creek. It was off some of the side creeks of the Turkey Creek. So I do think that they diverted some of this water to use in those rice fields, but we didn't go all the way to the Fishbrook house. We were not too far from it, but we've been there multiple times.
It'd have been a long walk back.
Yeah, it was already a pretty long.
It was
walk
already
back.
long.
We're tired and thirsty and about ready to get back to the truck.
Yeah.
But we enjoyed ourselves. Wish we'd
Sure
have had a
did.
little more success in what we found. Still curious about those. Still curious about those limestone rocks that we found.
Yeah,
I'm not
that
sure
was crazy.
why. That's just odd to me.
I think I just saw some up here too.
So, but other than that, that's kind of the. Also the marker. I'm not sure what exactly that was, but I've only seen a few of those in the forest. So, not sure. I'm sure it's some type of boundary marker of some sort. But anyway, appreciate everybody watching, liking, subscribing. Share with your friends if you like what we're doing. We try to do some fun stuff every now and then in addition to the gardening. And for us, this is fun.
Yeah, this is fun. And with it being the beginning of February, we don't have much longer before the bugs start coming back.
Yeah.
And temperatures getting warm. Today was 64, which is wonderful because we've needed it.
Yeah.
It's been so cold the last couple of months.
Right.
So this was a nice break from the cold.
And even with the warmer temperatures, fortunately we didn't see any snakes or mosquitoes.
Just a couple of ticks.
Just a couple of ticks, but they don't hardly ever completely go away.
No.
But I was hoping some of those teens knocked them down, but apparently not. Anyway, well, thank you all again, and we'll see you next time.